Hi. So how has been the experience, feedback? I'm asking for the feedback. Give us like.
Right. So very nice. She enjoys it very much, and in play it is, so the activity base is very nice. Dolma is very patient as well.
Very committed.
So
Prakash also has never had a school atmosphere where he's ever been in a school. So all the while when I was teaching him, there was a little bit of a struggle, because I was obviously teaching the traditional way because we are not trained, like I told you in the last session with you. So I was doing it the traditional way, the way we learned, that was the same way I was trying to incorporate. And of course, with the help of a little bit of YouTube and other, resources available on the internet. But now I feel he's enjoying lessons more because like the 100 board, I always struggled, like before, after with Prakash. But now because he's doing the forward counting and the backward counting, and on
that's
the board,
what we do not teach the backward counting, and we expect the kids to understand that. That's
so because of all this, it's more visual for him, so he's able to, grasp it much better than he used to in the past.
Which one is Aksha's favorite game in Play Math? I want to know that. Favorite game.
favorite game in your app? Which one? She was waiting for this question. Honeycomb begin.
Okay. She has done place value. She's right.
Maths part actually has improved very much. Walking beside the float disk or the counter mainly. That counter has given her the concept of counting and arriving at the numbers. Put three things, then it is the number 3. She was able to understand with that counters.
Certainly, it's the approach is very nice. You are focused on concept building. And this activity was also more about the children has to think from their mind and try to have the pattern that this is 5 then 10, you have to jump from 5 to 6. This approach, we both the parents, we find it very good.
In the normal school, normally they don't take activity-based approach.
I understand that.
So we take on activity-based approach also because we are teaching online. Because here, if I start reading some book or something,
it will not work.
It will not work. Mm-hmm. That is why we have all those activities so that children can do activities.
I think it's important as well because kid has to understand what they are doing and different shapes and sizes, and when they are doing, that is where they have to pick up the concept.
Okay. So
that's why we enrolled also in the class, because activity-based learning, and we had to start somewhere, and that's why we enrolled as well.
Okay. So basically we have to lay the foundation of reading, writing and maths.
Yeah.
That is our motive, reading, writing and maths, the foundation of that should be, children should get that, whether they go to school, whatever they do later, but good foundation of reading, writing and maths. Even in normal school, they don't teach phonics. But we start language with phonics. And all the mathematical thing is through activities. So that is why we basically wanted to know the approach we are taking, how far it is working, it is not working, we are failing somewhere. That was the main idea of this short discussion.
No, it's useful also because say for the other teachers, they came, right? So sometimes she asked her to write numbers using. We took some rice grains on plate and they were able to write. So it's they are doing the same thing, but they are doing it by different methods.
Yeah.
Right? So they don't get bored also, and they also see something different that they are doing. That would not be able to do it in regular schools.
Okay.
While it comes to maths, he has improved a lot. The concept is clear, especially the geometry part. But while it comes to that before and after concept, he's not very good at it because we missed some classes. Last 2 to 3 classes, we're not able to attend it. But while it comes to this 1 to 20, this concept, and he's very good at it, and concentration-wise also, yes, improved, but I think he also needs more practice when it comes to writing, which he doesn't want to do.
Okay.
So I think kids are doing fine. Their number concept is really strong now because they were not confused with 15 and 18. So I think the floor disk has done its magic, and This, actually what happens is that the number is very abstract. Math is abstract. That is why the tools, these educational tools are really helpful. So the number concept is very deeply ingrained. We need to work on a little bit of writing. And even the spelling was being done fine. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll extend it. So things are fine. Only the writing thing needs to be practiced. And we had sent a kitchen project also. So the idea behind the kitchen project is see, these kids of this generation, we just do not want to make them a urban English speaking kid. That's not what we are trying to do. That was our generation, that we needed to be an urban English speaking kid. They're anyway urban English speaking kid. So what we need to do is that we need to focus on them inculcating a lot of skills. How do you inculcate skills? By involving them in any household chores. How do you learn? How do you grow? How do you develop? By acquiring skills. By doing someone else a favor. So any of those household chores, whether it's you need to borrow a laptop charger or a mobile charger, please make them do. Ensure that they have an active, engaging role in any of those household activities. According to whatever their age appropriate. They can bring a glass of water, they can bring spoon, So they should be a part of all the household thing. It shouldn't be just like your job is to study. No. They need to be by the time they are in grade 8, they need to know everything about the household. How a house works. Everything, whether it's car cleaning to everything. So even a little bit of cycling also is the time you can start. Give them some kind of bicycle riding, I'm saying. We can start from there. I'm not recommending a swimming classes as such, but if you can try, maybe you're going to a village or somewhere, where there's a pond or something, a little bit of swimming also we can initiate. So any such kind of skills, that is easily available at home, expose them. Especially I want to emphasize that, give them a diary, and encourage them to write about their daily activities every day. Before they sleep, before their sleeping time, encourage them. So that will inculcate this habit of writing, So it may be 2 sentences, 3 sentences, 4 sentences, leave it up to them, but encourage them. Let's start with the diary writing habit. Just give them any diary that is available, and encourage them. And you should make it very, very important, so that we can take them into suppose if by just starting this habit, how do we know? Maybe they will turn out to be big writers. And it starts from here. It starts from now. So let's do that. How is it going? What's the experience like?
Wonderful, ma'am. It's going good. I don't know. Today she's struggling with single digits, but she's been doing, add-on, carry forwards, additions, subtractions, improvement. We see a lot of improvement, no doubt about it, because I see a lot of difference in the way she, initial class, I don't know if you remember, she was struggling with spellings. We spoke about it as well in the first session. But now when she's being taught the blending and other stuff, she's trying to come up with spellings. I see a lot of, even if you look at the one that she's written by herself, the only spelling mistake she has is family. I'm F-A-M-E-I-L-Y. So, she's trying to make the word by herself, and the error rate has come down drastically, ma'am. Not just this, I normally, personally, when I see her making greeting cards and all that also, they're almost zero. Grammatical errors, obviously, she's too young to make a perfect grammatically, correct sentence. But yeah, spellings wise, there's a lot of improvement. I see that. Trying to come up, actually use that, okay, this is a so-and-so sound, and this is a la sound. So this is how it sounds, and this is what the spelling is. There's a lot of improvement. I would say
again, the problem is because we do not teach how it sounds and how the words are formed. So once it is being taught, it will definitely we all speak faulty English because no one taught us phonics. That's
absolutely. Same with us. I mean, we speak English, but we don't.
But we don't speak correct. And it's now only I realized when I got myself trained.
My daughter, in fact, she says A for sound, B for burst sound. No, we were not taught that way. Spelling, and this is how you pronounce it. We used to pronounce it, wrong way a couple of times, and somebody corrects it, and then that's why you get.
We just picked it up. We picked it up.
Yes, that's that. Yes, very true.
Ma'am, to be honest with you, I mean, she was only doing subtraction and this regrouping and all that. She was only doing it on pen and paper because that's how it is taught everywhere, right?
Okay.
So when Abacus came in, she generally loves math. So when Abacus came in, now she's exploring on her own and going into thousands and everything on her own. So I found that that she's loving it. So we actually went and brought her and other kids because I don't want her to lose this. Because in class, so we actually bought her another Abacus kit where she can, the buttons don't go off, so she can play with it as well as learn, and she's enjoying it. And even English, to be honest, like how Brinda's mom said, I had issues with her spellings, and back and forth I had to keep correcting. But ever since the magnetic board has come, she's doing it on her own, and even though she could read these 4-letter, 5-letter words, like for example, she would read ra, on, bra, she would read like that. But since Dolma has taught them that blending words, now everything she sees, she says, oh, that's a blending word, this is a blending word. So the concept has gotten so well.
She can see that,
yeah. So even the words that have not been taught, she sees SQ, for example, it's not been taught. She says, oh, that's poor. So that is a new thing for me. In fact, Estelle has gone only to LKG in school. Grade 1 and UKG, I have taught her at home. So, we, like how we just discussed now, we are not trained to do this. So we make mistakes while teaching also. So I have done that. Like I didn't know this blending concept. So I have taught her just individual word sounds and learn like that. So now I am getting introduced to digraph and, all this. So she's enjoying it. She's loving it.
Indian diet is very rich in carbohydrate.
Right.
So do not worry if they are not taking one more paratha or a rice, but do worry if they lack in protein.
Right. Yes.
And also, like if they are not taking much of milk, to maar ke mat khilaiye. Replace it with sesame seeds.
We generally follow a low carb diet in our food, and we do more proteins and pulses and all that. So whatever carbs they get from whatever carbs they get from nuts, pulses, that is what we
nuts is very important.
Yes.
One almond and one walnut is very important. Those things are important because their body is being built and physical activities are more important than these Vikalp classes. So ensure that that the physical activities are done. We do not want the calculation part. We want to focus on the concept part. And that is why we keep coming back to the same thing. So a lot of times, kids mug it up, they get to understand the formula, they do it. But that's not what is the idea. We want to understand how does it happen. Because from addition to multiplication, when we take them in grade 3 and also like in the later part of grade 2, they should know how does it exactly happen.
In fact, it will be great if you can, I don't know if it's a part of your curriculum already or not, but this peeling activity, we were surprised. We were all shocked to see her because till today, she's a kid, she might cut her hand and stuff like that. We've never got, involved her into peeling and all that.
No, very important.
I can resonate with that. I resonate with that. Even that's what I kept thinking. No, don't touch is what I would say. Because that's what our parents told us.
Correct.
No, not at all. Grade 3 has this fine dove making. Grade 3. I ensure that life skill is being taken care of. What else? Like these kids are going to be the millennials or know nothing. And they just mugging our books and vomiting. Is that what we want our kids to be? No, not at all. World is going to be tough. They need to know everything. Ma'am, how is it going?
Yeah, he's fine. I think he's doing the progress in these 2 weeks. To understand the concept, I'm making him to move away from the lesson and explaining him the concept so that he's getting it. Yeah.
Mami,
sure like activity-based learning will do like a lot better for him than the long.
He should first understand the concept of what is being taught, like the tables, how to put the lines, and then horizontals and verticals. He understands that particular thing, then he's getting it slowly.
Okay.
This activity-based learning, I was looking for it and I got it. And it's good that they are involving. I actually joined them previously in an online school, and they were learning, but they are not involving. They are just staring at the screen. But at least now they are doing something, and every day, little bit at least, they are improving every day. They are better than yesterday.
Yes, ma'am. How is it going?
Yeah, it's fine. I'm finding it good because it's a sort of revision for him and a different though he knows the tables and everything, but the way ma'am is teaching him the skip counting and making him memorize the thing, so it's a kind of revision for him. So I'm quite satisfied.
In the sense of what is multiplication basically? How do multiplication? What does it mean?
Yeah.